Okay, maybe that worked. Hey, let's see if anyone shows up here. Let's give it a little bit of time. I've never done a live stream before, and I actually today I was watching SandTube, and VJ is a SandTube content creator, and I saw his live stream, and I thought, well, that's a good idea. Let me just see how it goes. I know I see a lot of YouTubers doing live streaming now and then. It's almost like YouTube's version of Twitch, I suppose. And let's see if anyone actually shows up. I don't know. Got the chatting here. Let's see. Okay, got that. This is all new to me, so please excuse me. Hopefully you can hear me too. I haven't verified that. Guess we should verify that, huh? If someone comes in, they can verify that they can hear me. They can see me, but I don't know if you can hear me. So if you can, put something in the chat and let me know. Again, those of you that just dropped in, I tried to do this a few minutes ago using directly to the webcam, using a Google Hangout, but I think that's somewhat restrictive when you do it that way. So I'm trying it now using XSplit to stream to my my live channel on YouTube, and I haven't seen anyone yet say that they can hear me. So. Okay. Richard can hear me. Okay, cool. So that is working. You don't really get the feedback here. I can see myself, but I cannot hear myself. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to go live here for a little bit. First of all, to see what the process was, and second of all, to thank everybody for supporting the channel. 2017, I've had a lot of growth in the channel. I've pretty much doubled my views, my subscribers, and I'm happy to talk about anything that's on any of my channels. You know, I have my specialty stuff with 3D printing, with electric unicycles, and the main channel that I'm streaming on right now kind of encompasses everything. You know, whether it's car repair, whether it's home improvement projects, anything like that. So I'm just here to, first of all, say thank you. Second of all, see what you guys want to know. We have a total of 3 people watching right now, so that's pretty epic, let me tell you. So my channel, it's almost up to 3,000 subscribers. I'm about 60 or 70 short of that, and which will be another milestone. I have a little over 2 million total views in the channel. And I've been on YouTube for a long time, actually. I only kind of started taking it semi-seriously maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And actually, it's funny, my motivation for... Oh, Richard's still there. Okay, good. My motivation for doing this, or taking it more seriously, I should say, was my mom. At the time, what I did when I first set up my YouTube account for monetization is I set it up that my Google AdSense payments went to my mom, and I actually just used it as a way to kind of supplement her retirement income. You know, because there's extra money that you know, wasn't a big deal to me, and she actually appreciated it. The way YouTube works, you only get a check once you cross the $100 mark, so it took a while, especially when I first started. It might be, you know, 2, 3, even 4 months in between checks, but my mom did appreciate it. And at this point, you know, I've slowly built it up over time, and things are rolling in a little bit better now. And you know, it's work. It's a lot of work to shoot the video, edit the video. You know, try to sometimes be motivated to do the videos. But it's more fun than anything. You know, I would do it even if you didn't get paid for it. I don't know. It's a weird thing. You know, I sort of have this. Still 3 people. Damn, can't get that fourth. I have this weird thing with my personality where, like, if you see me on the street, or if you call me on the phone, I hate talking. I'm not a big talker. I'm terrible at small talk. I'm just not that good at it, and I don't enjoy it. But in this format, for some reason, I really enjoy, you know, just sharing knowledge and just expressing my thoughts about situations and products, and I don't know. It's a really odd dynamic that goes on. 2 very conflicting parts of my personality. Missile Dropkick. Hey, what's up? What's up, dude? Are you a 3D printer guy, a electric unicycle guy, or something else, or a car guy? Really, right now, the 3 main focuses on my channel, and what's really helped the growth is my automotive maintenance stuff. Primarily nowadays on my 2016 Tacoma. I get a decent amount of activity on my Tacoma videos. 3D printing, which took off more once I got my CR10 because there's such a huge CR10 user group out there. And electric unicycles, which unfortunately is not a huge audience, but it's a very dedicated audience, because once somebody puts in the time and pain to learn to ride an electric unicycle, which especially for me there was a lot of time and pain involved, you are passionate about it, and I see a lot of passionate people about electric unicycles on the internet, but it's overall it's not a very big number. So I'm just an EUC guy. Okay, cool. Yep, I'm glad you guys got audio. So Missile, what kind of EUC do you have? And am I still using my gimbal? No, I have not been using my gimbal in quite a while, and the reason for that is it was a pain in the ass. You know, it's a big rig. It worked pretty well. Once in a while, it would get stuck, and it would feed back audio noise into the mic on the camera. But no, I haven't been using it. Still have it. I should actually give it away or something, because actually my plans are to get one of those Sony, I think it's an FDRX 3000 action cams. Marty Back just picked one up, and I've known about them for quite a while. And that camera has optic stabilization that gives you damn close to gimbal level steadiness in your shots. So I keep talking about I'm going to get one, going to get one, going to get one. I haven't gotten one yet. I'm going to get one because I know it is annoying sometimes with some of my EUC videos, the shake that's involved, and you know, although I try to keep it steady, obviously something with stabilization would be preferred. So that's the route I'm going to go, hopefully. Yeah, I know you, Richard. I know you're an EUC guy. Told you, EUC guys are very passionate, you know. KS18 and KS6. Okay, so your Missile's a KingSong guy. Luffy, a one wheel. Mine by C+. Mini Pro. Okay. Well, yeah, you're kind of in the same boat as me, except you have a lot of KingSongs instead of Gotways. But you should trade in that Luffy for an M10 III. Let me tell you. Trust me. Don't have any KingSongs yet. I'd love to eventually get one. I have 5 wheels though already, so that's probably enough for the short term. Just ask Cindy. Speaking of photography, are you into drones yet? I still have my Mavic Pro. Again, kind of like my gimbal, I'm not utilizing it like I would like to or should. And you know, because the DJI drones, I mean, they're so cool and you can do so much with them. And I guess it's just a time and a hassle factor that I just don't. Most times I don't feel like pulling out the drone and you know, setting up my phone and planning out the shots. And I wish I used it more, and I should use it more. And my goal is to use it more. But obviously, from the content on the channel, you can see that I'm not using it that much, but I should. Yeah, I'm glad you don't notice the shake. It's not bad considering. You know, I use a lot of people ask me, like, how do you get clear, mostly clear audio when you're riding the wheel? You know, because usually you'll get a lot of wind noise. And the way I do it is this. I have an older GoPro Hero 3 Plus. You know, certainly not the latest and greatest technology, but works good. But it just fits inside this jacket, and it does a great job of filtering out wind noise. Surprisingly good. You know, at times I can be whistling down the road at 20 miles an hour, and you guys can still hear me. So, a simple, not elegant, but effective solution. And I think it costs like $15 for a pack of 2 on Amazon. So, yeah. I'd get a 14S or 16S. Yeah. See, I'm not sure if I would get a Gotway wheel. It would either be a 16S, an 18 or an 18S, and I'm curious about the 18L as well. You know, which is going to be KingSong's version of an 18-inch wheel without the huge, tall case. So I'm kind of curious what that's going to be like. So, but I'd get one of those 3 wheels. But the thing is it's kind of redundant for me because it sort of serves the same purpose as the M Super and the Monster, which, you know, both have been very good wheels for me, and I like them. You know, luckily they haven't blown up or shorted out yet. So, yeah, I'll get a KingSong wheel eventually, though, guaranteed. Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, I saw your comment, Missile. Yeah, an M10 III. It really, really is fun. And if you guys saw the video from last night, Cindy hated that thing. You know, the first time she got on it, it just felt all squirrely and loose on her. And she decided to try it again last night, and she got it on 2 separate times. The first time, again, she was, you know, a little wobbly on it, but the second time, she stuck with it, and by the end of the ride, she was going backwards a little bit and having a great time, and just realized, for whatever reason, because of the small form factor of that wheel, it's super, super manageable, and you can just do cool things. And because it's small yet powerful, has a good battery and a strong motor, it can get you out of trouble quickly. You're not going to overpower it and have it cut out on you. So it's a great wheel. You know, I just wish I wish KingSong made wheels like that with KingSong quality. You know, because the Gotway quality still is very, very questionable at best. Oh, sorry, I always itch my head. Cindy makes fun of me because I'm always scratching my head in videos. I've done it for as long as I've been making videos. I probably started making videos, I don't know, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, and I always scratch my head. Can't stop it, but that's the way it is. All right. Missile dropkick. I don't know any forums who was riding 41-degree weather. Oh, okay, yeah. I saw that post on Electric Unicycle forum about riding 41 degrees in rain. That would be really cold. When I did that ride to Dunkin' Donuts and it was 48 or 49 when I left, that was cold. And if you would throw rain on top of that, yeah, hopefully you dressed appropriately. 18S, yes, I know about the lockdown. I thought that there was a code from what I read. There's a code, or there's an unlock procedure you can do with the KingSong wheels to bypass that long unlock period. I think I remember reading something about it briefly on the Electric Unicycle forum, but I'm not familiar with what all that involves. But I don't think you have to wait the full 100 miles. Is the case for the GoPro that I just showed silicone? No, it's foam. It's just regular foam. This is actually beat up. This is, like I said, I got 2 of these for like $15, and this is my first one still, and I've been using this for well over a year. You know, it's getting a little stretched out and stuff, but it still works. So, yeah, it's a great deal for me. But now, I was mentioning the new Sony camera. In addition to having the high quality optic stabilization, it also has built-in wind reduction. It's something you can turn on. That I don't know how well it works compared to something like this, like a real windbreaker device. But I'm curious in seeing how that works out too. All right, is your M10 III tubeless? I believe it is, because when I was looking at Katie's wheel, I got Katie a M10 III for Christmas, and at first I couldn't find the fill valve for it because the tire felt a little bit low to me. And I was looking and looking and looking, and the reason I couldn't see it was because the fill valve it's not out at an angle, it doesn't protrude at all. It's flush. It's not totally flush, but it's almost flush on the side of the motor. And the little black cap was kind of hiding it from me. But anyways, once I saw that, I looked around the edge of the wheel, and you could see like the green slime. And from what I understand, when they do the M10s as tubeless, green slime is part of it. And I got my wheel from Jason at E-Wheels, and I also got Katie's wheel from Jason at E-Wheels, and I believe they are both tubeless, which is a good thing because I've watched Marty's video about changing the, well, he had to rip into his M10-3 totally because when his link in his battery fried, but it did not look like a fun process, so I'm trying to avoid that. I hope to. Oh, Richard, okay, I should know, but I forgot that you had an M10-3. Yeah, I know the first ones did have tubes in them. And with the kind of riding you do on an M10-3, it just makes all sorts of sense to be tubeless. So. Okay, so Missile, you meant the maneuverability. Yeah, I saw Marty's video. He did a pretty long review on the 18S. I saw his videos of climbing that steep hill by him. And he talked as well about his difficulty adjusting to the tall shell on the 18S. And he said once he got the hang of it, it was fine. But it took a long time, and I guess he stepped away from it for like a week, was riding other wheels, and he went back, and he felt like he had a abnormally difficult time readjusting to it, and to him that was a negative, which I could understand, I guess. But I thought it was very impressive that wheel was the only wheel that made it to the top of Overheat Hill out of all of his wheels. Now, granted, it did finally overheat at the very top, but no other wheel even got there. So that was impressive and a testament to the quality of the KingSong wheel, in my opinion. It's 300 miles to get to 30 miles per hour on the 18S. Oh wow. Is that true? Yeah, again, I think you can get past that by putting in the right code. I hope. Because that's a lot of mileage to get to top speed. Although I personally don't recommend going 30 miles an hour. I think the fastest I've ever gone on electric unicycles, maybe, according to like a Strava app I was running, like 25 or 26. And that was only for a very brief period of time. I have no need to go that fast. Oh, Richard. Okay, so if it's flush, it's tubeless. Okay, so both of my M10-3s are then definitely tubeless then because they're flush. I'm a natural live streamer. I don't know. I had ideas about live streaming. Well, actually, I messed around with live streaming on Twitch a couple years ago. I'm an avid World of Warcraft player, believe it or not. I'm just turned 50 years old, and I played World of Warcraft since 2000. Late 2004, early 2005. I played that game forever, and that used to be a very popular streaming game. It still is, but not nearly to the degree it was. But anyways, I had the idea of trying to stream and play, and it was boring as hell, man. It's not my thing, But this I can probably do, but we'll see. We'll see how it's received. I'm best when I'm responding to something that is asked or in the comments. Just sitting here blabbing off the cuff, I wouldn't be so good at it unless I have some notes to refer to. But yeah, I can respond to questions pretty well. Yes, there's a speed decoder. Okay. So, Missile, how many miles do you have on your 18S? My Twitch is Duff67, by the way, but there's nothing there. I think I have it tied to my Amazon Prime account. You've live streamed on Facebook. I messed with that a little bit. It seems so buggy, Like I remember when Ian did his 1,000-mile ride and his 100-mile ride. He did periodic live streaming, and it's so. I don't think it's a great experience for the viewer. Because you know, your internet signal is coming in and out, and it's pausing, and you never know if the person's gone for good. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Facebook Live. I think I like this format better. I like being seated so I can actually see what's going on. I'm not looking at my phone in a little tiny stream trying to, you know, squint and see stuff. This is a format that would probably work for me. Yeah, I know Twitch has mobile too, but I haven't messed with the app. 200. You've got 200 miles on your 18S. That's a lot of mileage. So when you get to 100 miles, what's the first unlock? Like I'm curious, like what the steps are as far as the speed that the KingSong will let you go if you unlock it naturally. Oh, I got 5 viewers. Ah, kicking ass. But it's funny. It looks like it's. I don't know if it's all electric unicycle guys, but it seems like it's. I don't. Scout Sounder. I'm not sure if he's an EUC guy, 3D printing guy, or other. I don't know. Extended handled. Well, I don't ride on a handle. Oh, I know what you mean. Oh, yeah, I've seen those. The wheels that have like a seat that comes up and pedals. Yeah, I've seen those. No, I don't have that. Doesn't interest me. I prefer standing. I feel like I have more control, better maneuverability, and yeah, I'm fine with just regular electric unicycles. Even though I do have the seat for the Monster, and I have used that a few times, but again, it's good for taking the weight off your feet on a long ride and to be able to shift around and stuff. But for control, I don't feel like I have the necessary control. Like if I'm riding in a bike lane and I see something ahead, if you're seated, you cannot weave in and out easily. Or at least I can't. I got to pop up and try to get around it while I'm standing. So seated EUC riding is something that I wanted to be able to just prove that I could do, but I don't know that I really enjoy it. It's not my thing. I think Marty feels the same way. He can do it too, but it's just, I don't know. Some people really like doing it that way. I don't, for whatever reason. 18S seat, yeah. Well, I mean, the Monster is almost as tall as the 18S. It's close. So it might be, because I'm 6'3" and change. So and I have these really, like long gorilla arms, long ostrich legs. So even with as big as the Monster is, it's not exactly comfortable for me to sit. And I also have a right knee that's been operated on twice, so it doesn't really like being bent more than a certain angle. So yeah, sitting down just is not great for me. Cindy, when she's been out in the Monster seated, she does great. She's only 5'5", and it fits her great, and she can ride seated way better than I can, without a doubt. Wano KO1. Yeah, I don't remember the name of those broomstick style wheels as you describe it, but they all seemed very Chinese in name. Yeah, the extended handle, I don't know. Yeah, it would be nice, I guess, to not have to stand the whole time, but I think you're sacrificing maneuverability, agility, and to be honest with you, fun. It's fun to be standing and riding an electric unicycle. You're just able to. Yeah, it's almost like someone. I'm not a skier, but people said in some ways it's almost like slalom skiing. Because your feet are parallel and the way you move around and stuff. And it's just, I don't know. Being in a seated position takes away a large element of the fun, as far as I'm concerned. I wonder how the seat. Blah blah blah. All right, I forgot Marty had them side by side. Yeah, in Marty's video that he just posted, he had a bunch of his wheels lined up there against the wall, and you could see that there was the top height of the Monster and the 18S are very similar, but keeping in mind that the 18S is only an 18-inch wheel and the Monster is a 22, so you got a whole lot more case in the 18S. Segway less fun. Oh yeah, oh yeah, sorry. You said you have a Segway. The Mini Pro, yeah, the Mini Pro. It is less fun, but it's great for beginners, man. And me getting the Mini Pro is what eventually, in short order, got me interested in electric unicycles. Even though I had the faulty idea that if I can run a Mini Pro, well, I can run an electric unicycle pretty easily. I thought it would be a pretty minor step up, and for me at least, that was not the case at all. I really struggled, but Mini Pro is really cool. It's good tech. I just saw today on Amazon that they had a Mini Pro Plus, Pro Plus, or something like that. It was like $9.99, which is pretty expensive considering you were able to get some Mini Pros on clearance for like $2.99. But I did see that on the Plus, it looks like they made some changes. Looks a little bit slightly different, but it has a bigger battery. I think it was saying battery life. I don't know what the actual watt-hour size is. Has a bigger battery and with a range of 15 to 20 miles, and the top speed actually was slightly increased to 12.5 miles an hour, which is in line with what the top speed of the Segway S1 is. So they did up the speed of the Mini Pro, which is nice. I just wish they would have upped it a little bit more. But of course I wouldn't buy one. I mean, at this point I would never buy a Mini Pro, another one, just because, you know, once you taste electric unicycles, it's hard to go back to a Mini Pro. And but we still do have two of them that we pay a lot of money for. But we do have two of them, and Cindy does still ride hers pretty regularly because of like some foot and ankle problems that she has. I do not. Actually, the last time I rode my Mini Pro, I took it into work for a period of 6-7 months because we were doing a renovation in our main office, and the majority of our staff was moved to a temporary office, and the two spots were probably maybe a half mile apart, and I was using the Mini Pro to zip back and forth on the campus between the two buildings. So it was probably, you know, 4 times faster than walking. So that was the last time I used the Mini Pro. But I do still think it's a nice product for sure. Yeah, Richard, like I said, on really long rides, like when I went out to Ave Maria this weekend, which is a 30-mile round-trip ride, I definitely could have used the seat for a little bit because my feet were killing me the second half of the ride. Marty seems like he's superhuman, or he has just like perfect feet designed for riding EUCs. I never hear him complain about foot pain. You know, I have size 13s, so that might be part of the problem. But yeah, I mean, he can ride 40, 50, 60 miles. That's insane. No thanks. I could not do that. Do a trip to LA for a group ride with Marty. Yeah, it would be pretty awesome to meet up with some of the mainstay EUC guys. Marty. It's kind of weird that I've never met Jason from E-Wheels in person, considering he just lives on the East Coast. But I don't get over to the East Coast hardly ever. But at some point I do need to make that happen. Meeting up with Marty would be epic. That would be cool. And you know, Nevin from Tech Toys. Does anyone know what ever happened to Dion Oliver, who was doing My Fun Wheel? That just kind of faded away, and I never really heard any update on what happened to him. I know we're still Facebook friends, but I don't believe he's selling wheels anymore, or if he is, he's doing it on the down low. Do I ever do group rides? No. No, I shouldn't say that. I do group rides with myself, Cindy, Katie, and Daniel sometimes. And you know, this weekend I rode with Randall, who I taught him the basics of riding. My little brother Patrick, who lives in Pittsburgh, I taught him very quickly some basics, and I actually have a plan that I mentioned before I got the S1 that I was thinking about giving it away as a gift. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, his birthday is in March, and I'm thinking that maybe what I'll do, I'll probably, you know, have my fill of testing the S1 by then. Is I will send it up to him in March for him to ride around Pittsburgh as a birthday present. So we'll see. That's kind of my thought right now. Let's see. You could surf while sitting, but who'd want to do that? Yeah, that's true. I would not want to surf while sitting. Definitely not. Oh, the Plus has follow me. Follow me. What would you use follow me for? You mean like when you run it in autonomous mode? You know, like I know with the Mini Pro you can use your the app on your phone to steer it around, but the follow me. Oh, so I guess it has a camera and does a follow me, almost like a drone does. You know, stuff like that. I mean, it's okay. It's cool. You know, I'll do it once or twice just to show someone, but it's not very practical. And it certainly doesn't. To me, it doesn't make it worth the premium price of $1,000. Right, Missile. Glad to. No, I appreciate you stopping by. You know, like I said, I think I will do best in this format when people are bouncing things off me. That's the way that I function best for whatever screwed up things are going in my head. So, what innovations would I like to see in EUC tech? This cracks me up. This is all EUC guys. It's so funny. Innovations. To me, the speed and power of electric unicycles is sufficient. I see some people saying, "Oh man, I want a 35 mile an hour wheel. I want a 40 mile an hour wheel. 40 mile an hour wheel." That's just crazy. I would much rather see them, you know, keep the performance level around where it is and just up the safety standards. You know, maybe having redundancy in there somehow to prevent some of the problems. You know, companies like Gotway, you know, getting their head out of their ass when it comes to safety and poor workmanship. I mean, some of the things that happen with Gotway wheels, it's just crazy, man. And people keep buying them because, you know, they're fun wheels. Like Marty says, you know, Marty has experienced multiple times firsthand poor Gotway workmanship, and sometimes has paid for it with impacts on the ground. So yeah, I would just rather see innovations as far as safety and stuff goes, really. His page is down. Whose page is down? Oh, Dion's page is down. Yeah. Yeah, I think I looked at the website. I think it used to be myfunwheel.biz, and I think it was down last time I checked it. And Facebook, he never says anything about selling, so maybe he just got out of it. Because I know prior to selling EUCs, he was doing stuff with like drones, I believe, and I'm not sure what else he does. But yeah, just kind of weird how he just kind of just faded out of the scene without really hearing anything. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed too. I haven't heard much from Ian lately. You know, for a while he was very consistent with putting stuff out there on Facebook and posting on YouTube, and I have seen very little from him lately. Hopefully that's not a bad thing, or maybe he's just so busy selling stuff. Yeah, that's my hope, because Ian was one of the people that I enjoyed watching the most on YouTube when I was learning EUCs. So hopefully everything's good with Ian. And yeah, well, let's see, what time is it now? 6:56. All right. Well, it's getting to the point where I have to actually do some other stuff. I need to reprint. Speaking of EUC, this is a merger of EUC and 3D printing talk. I tried to print the new version of the stand that Matthias posted on the electric unicycle group on Facebook. And unfortunately the print messed up during the day, so I'm going to try to do some tweaking a little bit and print it again and see if I can get it to work, because the new design looks cool. It's more, you know, modern looking and curvy and all that kind of stuff. And my biggest concern is if it's going to have adequate strength, because I have my Monster on one of his stands, which is solid plastic stands, and I'm skeptical if it's going to be able to still do that with the new design. So I want to print a set, put it together, and see what happens. And like I mentioned in the video last night, there's a possibility that we might be doing something to make those available for people to buy. We'll see. You know, we have to come up with a price point and see what demand would be like. And it's a huge investment. It definitely wouldn't be a good spending of my time from a financial standpoint, considering it takes probably 20 to 24 hours of print time alone to print one of those, and then you gotta, you know, clean them up and assemble hardware and all that kind of stuff. But still might be fun, so we'll see how that goes. All right, Scouts. Yeah, maybe battery life. Yeah, battery life as far as EUCs go. That's always a plus. You can't have too much battery life. Technology improves. You'll get more battery life out of a smaller package, so less weight hopefully. So yeah, that's something that I definitely would like to see improved over time. And like I said, and like you said, safety as well. So anyways, I think that's all we're going to do right now, and look for, I'll see what kind of feedback I get on this. And again, I'd like to thank everybody that has been involved with supporting my YouTube channel. You guys make me smile, you guys make me feel like it's worthwhile, and I hope to continue to do it. So maybe we can expand into other subjects in the future. Maybe I could get Cindy involved in a live chat. That'd be good, because she's a good talker. She can talk to a stranger way better than I can. She can just start up a conversation with anybody pretty much, and I'm just like, go away. So getting her in a live stream might be interesting. So maybe we'll do that one of these times too. Thanks for coming, Richard. Thanks, Scouts. Thanks, Missile. And spread the word. See what you think. Give me some feedback, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. And let's see, how do you stop? Gotta figure out how to stop. Gotta figure. Let's see. I know I gotta stop. Oh, let's see. Can we do it here? I think I got it. There we go. See you guys.